First of all, you have to understand that almost all forecasts are disastrously wrong. And there isn't just one possible future. The first key about the future of humanity is that if you look at human behavior in the past in attempts to respond to problems, people tend to muddle through. They really don't get around to solving problems until they have a catastrophe. This is well illustrated by the history of bridges, which tend to fall down when it's well known they're in trouble, but nobody will do anything until they actually fall down. Then they get rebuilt. So the first thing I'd say about our next 1,000 years is that when we come up to a problem, we will muddle through. The next question is, can we maintain the civilization and can we maintain democracy as we know it? And I believe that the key in both cases is abundant energy. If you look at the two times that democracy has flourished, it's been in ancient Greece and early Rome, and then in the last several hundred years. In both cases, there was abundant energy. When energy gets tight, democracy is likely to suffer. So the future of democracy and freedom is tied up with the easy availability of energy. The question is how we will survive as a civilization, as well as how we will survive, period. I think that there's going to be a large population crash sometime in the future from disease, possibly from another kind of environmental catastrophe. I don't think people are going to succeed in controlling their own population. After that crash, there will be a rebuild of civilization. I think the questions are whether civilization in the future will be despotically run or democratically run, and we can't say. But knowing the past history of the world, it's unlikely that democracy will flourish, although we all hope that it will. If our society and civilization continues as it is, even through this population crash, then we can expect more and more technological advances, whose effects we really can't predict very well. But we can see a future where people who, if they acted with goodwill, could be a future in which human beings lived well with nature. That's the desirable future. We will continue to be a heavily urbanized society. I think that will continue. And if we would only learn the lessons of landscape planning and architecture so that we could design naturalistic landscapes, and if we could understand the actual value of wilderness and biological diversity, not the mythologies that are around today, then we could come into a social and civilized harmony with nature. But that's one future. The other future is that we use our resources quickly, we do not learn our past lessons, and we end up with despotic rule and a much lower standard of living. And I don't think we can predict which way it's going to go.